and I've interviewed a lot of mob guys over the years. Michael Franzese, who you know.
Yeah.
He was a bit older than you. Did you know him at all during that time?
No, I knew of him. We knew he had the biggest scam in the history of the mob, actually, the gas scam.
Right.
And everybody knew it. I mean, it was like fucking Michael was like a yuppie don, they called him, you know, like, cause he had money and the best cars and the clothes. And he had a fucking plane. I mean, who the fuck has a plane?
Yeah. And a helicopter.
Yeah. I didn't know the helicopter later, but yeah.
No, he had a helicopter. And by the way, he hates that name, the Yuppie Don, just so you know.
Yeah.
we mentioned in our last interview, he hates that name.
No, I know that. I know Michael, and he's a great guy. Yeah. And he understood that, you know, where we got it and how he got it, and he understood the backstabbing and stuff. And now, obviously, we look back at all of us who were in that era, look back and say, one, we're lucky to be alive. There's no question about that. I've been shot and I've been stabbed twice. So I'm lucky to be alive for sure. I had a bullet go right through the top of my head, blood coming down my face. Then I've been stabbed here. I got scars and all that crap. And then stabbed in the back. But I'm just lucky looking back when I teach young kids or what I do today about, you know, the life and what you really need to do and how. Listen, I tell kids all the time, you know, people ask me what I was. I'm a libertarian. I hate the fucking Republicans. I hate the Democrats. They're all both fucked up. Libertarian are people who want, listen, free drugs, not free, you know, legalized drugs. I don't give a fuck who you fuck. You want to marry an animal? I love people to be religious. Oh, then what are you going to marry? Oh, they can't marry a guy, but now what's next? They'll marry a goat. Good. If you want to go marry a goat, fucking go marry a goat. What do I give a fuck who you marry? I don't care who you fuck. I don't care that. Listen, what I do in my own house, whether it's heroin, cocaine, meth, I'm not doing that. But my point is, what you do in your own house is your business. As long as you don't commit a crime to do it. Now, if you got to become an addict and you go rob something, you should be held accountable for that, for the robbery. You know, people want to profess that, you know, they want liberty or less government in your life and all that. Show me that. Show me that, you know, Republicans say they want less government in my life, but then they want fucking to tell you about abortion and they want to tell you about who you have to salute and fucking thing. Listen, true freedom is true freedom. And then the Democrats, too, they want to give everybody everything. They don't want to work. Libertarians are people who are fiscally conservative, meaning, hey, I like to work hard. I think people should work hard, do whatever they're going to do. But I'm also true freedoms. Legalize drugs, sex. I don't care what you're doing. I truly want government out of your business. You know, get out of your business. Let me do what I'm going to do. I understand taxes. You got to pay them for defense, for the military, so nobody comes and takes us over, if you want to call it that. And I believe in helping people big time. I don't think any person in this country, care who they are, Vlad, should be eating cat food. You know, it sickens me when I hear about the poor. And then you guy, oh, I don't want to give these people. Who the fuck are you? You cheap ass motherfucker. Don't get me on a roll. Now you're going to get me on a roll.
Okay. Well, I mean, along with Michael Franzese, we also interviewed Johnny Russo.
Okay.
We interviewed Larry Mazza.
Right. Larry Mazza lives
Mateo,
not far from me.
Frank Collada, who passed recently. Any of these guys you ever cross paths with?
Well, you know, Larry Mazza, he was in the Colombo Wars. You know, he knew a lot of friends of mine. But no, I was over where, see, I left New York in 86 and I went down to Florida. I went down to Fort Lauderdale. And when I went down to Fort Lauderdale, I was really good. I used to come back to do some work, break a guy's arm or do some shit I had to do. I was a pretty wild guy back in the day. And now I look back and say, wow, how am I not in prison for life? But anyway, so I got away and then I got into the jewelry robbery and I did that after a setup job. My first robbery was a setup. The guy wanted the money for the insurance and we got to keep the jewels and they set me up. I made $150,000 in my pocket. And I said, oh, this is great. And then I figured out, wait a minute, I can do this on my own. Then I just got better and better. I became I'm still known to this day as the biggest jewel robber ever in the United States. And there's a couple of robberies that happened in England that I'm a TV analyst on, from the 134 million in France, and now is $1 billion in Germany in that museum, and another 100 million in I think it was England. So there are, and then it's called the Pink Panther Gang. But I was still known as the biggest jewel robber in America. And it's funny because, I'm talking with some TV people and movie people. And they said, Larry, man, we got to do your movie. It's better than Goodfellas. And I go, what do you mean? He goes, listen, you rob more than them. You have a better prison story. And nobody dies at the end or goes to witness protection. There's a good ending. There's a redemption ending. There's a person who can actually change. So there's a better ending, and people will come out of a show. Listen, Goodfellas is a great movie. But who fucking, at the end, you got cocksuckers in witness protection, fucking Henry Hill, piece of shit, or the other guys get killed. I didn't do that. You know what I mean? I was a person who did my time, stuck to it, did the law for 10 years, got enough credits to have a law degree, and came out and then developed the reality check program, which helps kids all over the country and schools, police agencies. I'm the only ex-con, Vlad, in the United States who's an honorary police officer. And I don't like cops. I don't mean I don't like them. I don't like the bad ones. I don't like the way it works. And they need reform big time, and they're stuck on fucking stupid too. But I'm also the only ex-con who's ever been recognized on the floor of the United States Congress for helping people, for helping young people and stuff. So, and how that came about, Vlad? It came about by just keeping it real. I keep it real. I'm over. I'm at that age. I don't give a fuck. I don't want anything more in life. I love my life. Just, you want to hear the truth, you're going to get it, whether it's here or whether it's anywhere. I piss people off. I hear some cop, you shouldn't say that about the cops. You're not going to get that contract. Go suck my cock, I go. Because I really don't give a fuck. And I did lose a lot of money. I have a battle going with a sheriff where I live because he's a prick. He told me every person who smokes weed should be in prison. I said, what? What are you, fucking bumped your head? He goes, oh yeah, you see all those people in my jail? They all started on weed. You know what I told him? Nah, they started on milk. Everybody started laughing. I said, that's not even true. Most people who start on any kind of illegal substance or mind-altering substance, it's alcohol. 75% of all kids, the first thing they do is alcohol. Whether they steal it from their parents, they buy it with their friends in school, whatever. So don't tell me it's all about fucking pot. I like my fucking pot, so fuck him. But, that my point to you was, I do get in trouble sometimes for telling it like it is. And that's okay.